I want to get some ground rules real quick. So as you know, today we're here for a press conference and rally. That's all it's going to be, all right? A press conference and rally. We're not going to march. We're not going to do all that because we got to hit the streets to go patrol to look out for our community. So we're going to be here, short, quick, deliver our message, and then we got to get back to work on the streets, okay? Real quick, I want to say we do not want to fall to any type of provocation. We know the pigs are right there. We can see them. We can smell them. We don't want nothing to do with them. So let's not fall to any provocation. And they're probably within us right here, right now. So we know they try to start problems to create a situation where then everyone pays attention to that and not to the actual political message that we bring. So let's show political discipline. Let's make sure we're all together. We're all here for the same reason. We're not here to... So when we're done here today, we'll wrap up, and then we'll go in groups. We'll go home, or we'll go to our cars together. When we wrap up today, please do not walk alone. Do not walk alone. We know that several comrades have already been picked up, so please do not walk alone. That's really important for everybody's safety. And when we finish, please do not stick around here. Don't stay here by yourself. When we leave, let's leave collectively. Let's all leave. Like I said, we have work to do. We got to patrol these streets to make sure these pigs are not kidnapping our people. All right?
We'll never be divided.
The people united.
We'll never be divided. Jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido.
Jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido.
Jamás será vencido.
Esta es mi tierra. Esta es mi lucha. Esta es mi tierra.
Esta es mi lucha.
Esta es mi tierra.
Esta es mi lucha.
Esta es mi tierra.
Esta es mi lucha.
Esta es mi tierra.
Esta es mi lucha.
In case you don't know what that means this is our land, this is our struggle. La policía, la migra.
La misma porquería.
La policía y la migra.
La misma porquería.
Policía, la migra.
La misma porquería.
¿Cuándo la queremos?
Ahora.
¿Qué queremos?
Justicia.
¿Cuándo la queremos?
Ahora.
¿Qué queremos?
Justicia.
¿Cuándo la queremos?
Ahora.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
But did LA give up?
No.
Did LA surrender?
No.
They thought they were going to scare us, right? They brought in the military, the National Guard. Did LA back down?
No.
Hell no, LA don't back down. Almost set up here, and it's time to get started. Gracias por esperar. Es tiempo para empezar. Okay, so as we know, today marks 30 days since the military assault on Los Angeles started. And like we said, we also are marking and celebrating, because I'm proud that we've been resisting for 30 straight days too. So we're going to bring up speakers from different organizations that represent different groups of people in our city. Up first, I want to bring up a brother who's always in solidarity with the struggle, representing the Harriet Tubman Center for Social Justice. I'm proud to bring up Comrade John Parker.
Okay. Well, one thing we know, Trump is sitting in the White House, built by black labor, African slave labor. The military and economic wars against Asian people, people of Central and Latin America, forcing the migration and immigration of non-white people to this stolen land was organized in the White House.
Right.
The ideology of white supremacy was developed in the White House. And from its construction since 1792, every administration up to this fascist ass who sits in the White House today continues to use genocide that we see so clearly. We see so clearly today as a means to ensure the profits of the filthy rich who own the means of production and own the wealth that we create. But it's not enough to drive just people of color into abject poverty. The entire working class is on the road of poverty and misery and terror. And not only with the theft, the wealth that we created, not only that wealth, but also the continued theft of the little democracy that we have today in this country. The White House, built on slavery, is not where democracy has ever been. The only way it can come is by us building a more powerful movement than their puppets, a more powerful movement than their military, a movement that can take their wealth that they stole and the means that they possess to create that wealth. When they use that bulldozer of fascism against us, we know that our entire working class has more in common than we don't have. We have much more than that assholes in the White House right now. And we know that we are targeted. And we know that each one of us will be stronger when we stand together. And we will take back. We never had democracy. We're going to get some democracy. We're going to get what we need to survive for our children, for our dignity. We're not going to take this fascist crap no more. And you can see the strength that's building. And it's going to continue to build right up to the White House, and we're going to paint it black.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Thank you to the press. Thank you to all the supporters of immigrants and all the allies and resistance fighters that are out here with us today. My name is Hector Rivera. I am an educator here in Los Angeles. And like our compañeros have said, for 30 days, LA has been an occupied city. For 30 days, we have seen the troops deployed to Los Angeles terrorize our communities and humiliate Mexican Americans, immigrants, and anybody who is a friend, an ally, and member of this community. They have also terrorized black communities, Haitian immigrants, and Muslim immigrants as well, many others who are part of the fabric of this community. We will not let this stand, because for 30 days, Los Angeles has also sprung into resistance. For 30 days, the working class of Los Angeles has organized in creative ways, from launching the No Sleep for ICE campaign, because we will not let these federal thugs and goons sleep peacefully while they terrorize our communities in the morning. For 30 days, Los Angeles has witnessed an activity in the communities and barrios where we are letting ICE, we're letting the federal agents know that they are not welcome here. They are not welcome in our communities. In Pasadena, where I educate and organize, the community has organized self-defense committees, self-defense corners. Why? Because we are defending our communities. We are defending everybody's right to due process. We are defending the shreds of democracy that remain in this crumbling empire. For 30 days, Los Angeles has been witness to the creativity and determination of the working class and its fighters. We will not be intimidated by white supremacists like Stephen Miller and Donald Trump. We know that Stephen Miller hates Chicanos. We know they hate Mexican Americans because we claim this land. We claim our place under this sun. We claim our place in Aztlán. And that is why they are afraid that it can slip from their hands. Stephen Miller is a white supremacist bent on vengeance. And he is exacting his vengeance against everything that California represents by launching these goons and thugs into our communities. We saw what they did this morning in MacArthur Park. Shame! The deployment of National Guard and troops, that is only the beginning of what militarized American cities will look like. We will not let that happen. Los Angeles will stand in resistance. They're not going to get out of here because they're going to lose here. I invite everybody in the communities, everybody that supports immigrants, and a fairer, more just, democratic America. Stand up and organize in your communities. This is the cutting edge of the authoritarian, fascist takeover of America. This is it. Now, do you stand and fight for what you believe? Or will you let your silence defend you? Because your silence will not defend you. If you don't stand up to fight for any shred of dignity that this country can call democracy. If you don't stand up and fight, they will come for you. Just like they're sending out these goons and thugs for immigrants, for working class communities, they're going to send them to you, to your communities. If you do not conform to whatever they want, to whatever whitewashed version of America, white supremacist Christian version of America they want, if you don't conform to that, they're coming for you. If they come for me in the morning, they will come for you at night. This is a warning. America, if you don't fight, if we do not stop these fascist thugs here, they will come for you. So Los Angeles and everybody, I urge you, get organized. Get plugged into your communities. Form self-defense committees. Organize strikes in your workplace. We will let Donald Trump and the racist Stephen Miller know that their agenda of white supremacy will not prosper. We will let these white supremacists know that they need to pack up their shit and get out of town. Thank you. Everybody who is interested in organizing, look for the Community for Self-Defense Coalition. Organize your own self-defense committees. Organize your self-defense street corners. Everything you need to do to stand up. We are an occupied city. You feel it. Your silence will not save you. Pretending like nothing's going on will not save you. Going about your daily life will not save you. The fight is today. The fight for our due process, for our democratic rights and civil liberties is today. And we fight and we take a stand here in Los Angeles. 30 days of resistance. Let's give them 30 more.
Today marks 30 days of the militarized assault on LA. And as Unión del Barrio, we insist on also recognizing that today marks 30 days of straight community resistance. We are proud of the bold resilience of our people who have united and organized ourselves against these fascist attacks and acknowledge that our collective struggle has been able to successfully defend our communities on many occasions. We salute every single person who has participated in the movement to defend our people, whether it's been our community patrols all over the city of LA, or the People's Popular Resistance like we saw in Paramount, Compton, or Bell. These mass kidnappers have quickly realized that they will face a fierce resistance anywhere that they go to kidnap, disappear, or assault our people. At the beginning of these 30 days of escalated assault on Los Angeles, the feds orchestrated larger raids at factories like Ambiance, or they looked for specific people at their homes and places of work. What the federal agencies quickly realized is that whenever they did a large raid, if it took longer than feared by community people. It is for this reason that these kidnappers have shifted their strategy and tactics to snatching and kidnapping some of the most vulnerable members of our community. They have almost exclusively gone after senior citizens who are street vendors, day laborers at Home Depots, people waiting at the bus stops to go to work. This shows the true nature of these agents and the federal immigration agencies they belong to, and this administration. They are cowards and day laborers because they are often alone and defenseless. Yet when they face the resistance in Paramount, Compton, Bell, and South Central, they retreated in defeat. These are clear examples that when we fight, we win. And that we can, in fact, defend our communities. what we mean by community self-defense. We don't use violence. We use people power. We outnumber these kidnappers. We invite people to join Unión del Barrio, to join the Community Self-Defense Coalition. If you aren't part of an organization, join one today. Help us to build and advance the movement to defend our gente. We have every right to defend our families, our loved ones, and our neighbors. These federal agencies underestimated the deep love we have for one another, a love that demands we rise to this moment with sacrifice, discipline, and organization. And lastly, let us be clear. To our people from Nuestra America, we are not immigrants. We are the original peoples of these lands, and we have every right to live a life of dignity on our own historic homelands, and we unite as a working class to resist and defend our families. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Jamás será vencido.
Esta es mi tierra, esta es mi lucha.
Esta es mi tierra, esta es mi lucha.
¡Que viva la resistencia!
¡Que viva la resistencia!
Thank you.
Migrant strikes are under attack! What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Migrant strikes are under attack! What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is June. I am from Bayan, SoCal. Bayan is an alliance of Filipino progressive organizations fighting for our genuine liberation in the Philippines. We want to thank the press, the people who are here today. We want to make sure the press keeps eyes on these community organizations because it is here that you will find the genuine solution against these fascist attacks on the people. Bayan organizations have been on the ground every day since Trump has been elected, and even before then, fighting to defend our communities, fighting to defend Filipino workers against these fascist attacks in our workplaces, in our homes, in our churches, in the groceries. We are here today not only to share our solidarity, but our solid commitment to genuine freedom, not only in the U.S., but in our home countries abroad. Trump has shown that he is fearful of the people when we are organized, and these fascist attacks are a sign of that. He has to send the military, the National Guard, against the people. But is that what the people need?
No!
Bayan organizations, again, are fighting for a national democracy in the Philippines with a socialist perspective. Socialism is a system in which the country, the economy, the politics meet the people's needs. That is the exact opposite from what we're seeing here in this country. As Comrade said earlier, right, it's been a month since June 6th, since we've seen these attacks on our communities. And we're seeing them again. And so this pattern is not going to stop until we get organized. This is also days after the One Big Beautiful Bill was passed. Do we need the One Big Beautiful Bill? No. And when you study this bill, you see that money, funding that could go to the people is instead going to military, to defense, and things that are getting cut are social services, food, medical services. But does this actually defend the people?
No!
And the people know this. The people know this, and they are angry. They want to see change. And this is an example of that. The attacks on migrant workers are also the attacks that Filipino workers face in Southern California alone, we have the highest concentration of Filipinos outside of the Philippines. So we have stake in this fight as well. And we encourage all Filipinos who are wanting to take action to get organized and join our organizations. Earlier today, our organizations were on the ground at the Glendale Memorial Hospital responding to an ICE sighting alert. People stayed up late night and also woke up really early in order to talk to the healthcare workers, many of which who were Filipino. They're concerned that their managers are letting in ICE into these hospitals. And so we are continuing to organize in the hospitals, in the communities, because this is what community power is. This is what self-defense is, and this is what the people need. A wonderful bill that continue to keep people in anxiety, that can continue to keep people afraid. In the Philippines, we see this with unequal military deals that the Filipino people are forced to face. Things like the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, things like the Visiting Forces Agreement continue to keep the country in subservience. Shame! And what is at the root of this, right? It is the collaboration, the class collaboration of U.S. imperialists with the local ruling class in the Philippines. And so we want to take this opportunity to call Philippine President Bongbong Marcos. Where is he and why isn't he here to actually come to the needs of the Filipino people, come to the needs of the Filipino workers? We'll never be defeated!
We'll never be defeated!
El pueblo unido!
Jamás será vencido!
Jamás será vencido!
Jamás será vencido!
Ang tao, ang bayan! Ngayon ay lumalaban! Long live international solidarity! Thank you!
They were undocumented.
That's right.
Remember? Yeah, we formed a coalition. We defeated that too.
Yeah, we did.
They would make over $20 million a year stealing people's cars because they were undocumented. But we organized and we kicked their ass then, and we're going to kick their ass again. Up next.
It's been said before, but I'll say it again. For over a month, we have seen massive assaults on our communities, resulting in mass abductions, mass banishment, mass arrests. Los Angeles has been under occupation since settler colonialism took poisonous root in this land. ICE, CBP, DHS, LAPD, these agencies have been openly roaming the streets of Los Angeles, abducting our loved ones straight from our neighborhoods, our workplaces, our schools, where we eat, where we learn, where we live, where we survive, and where we love. They have been tearing our families apart, sending our children to torture camps, violently assaulting people in their homes. Or as we saw this morning in McCarthy